So last time that we sat down for an interview like this was the beginning of 2022, and you were frustrated,
To say the least.
to say the least. There were some tears,
Yeah.
and it really centered around how bad downtown had become and the frustration that no one with the city was listening to you. Can you go back to that time as a business owner with what you were contending with?
Sure. Well, I went on this whole circle of things in my head. At first, I was, and downtown was bad. I mean, you had drug addicts, drugs were selling, there was a night market. It was just undescribable. You have to see videos to believe what downtown of Seattle looked like. And I was just so passionately sad and upset that no one is listening to it. And I have to close my doors because no one gives a no
You
one
can
gives
say
a damn.
shit on a podcast if you want.
No one gives a damn. And it was just breaking my heart because I was knocking, on all the doors. And then we had shootings, and I'm like, I can't do it anymore. I cannot bring my employees here. I cannot bring my customers here. So I shut my doors, and spoke out very loudly and very passionately, and really kind of put my truth in front of everything. And I stopped being scared about saying things. And I didn't care if I'm saying it to you, if I'm saying it on Fox, if I'm saying it wasn't about left, it wasn't about right, it was about just, it's not safe. It's not safe, and businesses are dying, literally dying there.
Did it surprise you that people would try to paint it as safe? Or, what I get when I talk about downtown Seattle, and even then, was that, I'm over-exaggerating things. And then you'd show me the video of, shootings happening down the block and people fleeing, people shooting up in front of your store. Why do you think there are people in the media and also in politics in Seattle who actively try to downplay how bad downtown Seattle got?
I actually have a maybe new theory. About a week ago, I read a book called Law of Attraction. And they say you have to say good things for them to happen. Maybe they're following that book. I don't know.
They're trying to manifest it, like if you claim it's good, then it'll be good.
I mean, I don't have any other explanation for that.
Yeah. And you talked about that, sort of everything's political in Seattle. It's like you can't just see something, say what's true, which is downtown was a disaster, without it becoming political. Like if you come on with me, people will be like, oh, she's right wing. If you go, talk to the stranger, people will be like, oh, she's left wing.
Yeah.
How frustrating is that? And has it been for you to try to say what's true, what is actually happening, what you've seen with your own eyes, and have it always painted as political?
It's super frustrating, but I don't care.
Good.
People can paint it however they want to paint it. I'm just telling, hey, this is my story, this is my perspective, this is how I see it. You can assign whatever labels you want to assign to it and deny it and find excuses and be a victim or whatever you want to be. I don't care. I just see what I see, and I will say what I see.
But at the same time, when we sat down, I think it was last February, and there had just been another shooting down the block, and you decided we're going to close the doors. You told me at the time with tears in your eyes that you were done speaking out, that it wasn't making a difference, that you were just going to be a good business owner and pay your taxes, and that's it. And I didn't believe you at the time.
And you did right. You didn't believe me. So I told you I did a lot of soul searching last year, a lot of it. And then so I was done speaking out because I was banging my head against the wall. But what that time did, I think it actually grabbed attention. And then I started seeing other businesses speaking out. I think I kind of helped open the floodgates of, let's say something. And then I kept thinking about it. I'm like, our stupid government. And then as I'm going through and blaming everything on government and being a victim and all this other stuff, I'm like, hang on. Maybe it's not government. Maybe it's me. Maybe it's us. Maybe it's us who are not demanding better for ourselves. So I think I went through that thought process of, you know what? I cannot sit in my home and watch Netflix and be angry at government. I need to say things and keep them accountable as an individual, because it is up to us. It is up to us in the city, in the state, in the country to make government accountable, or if they don't want to be accountable, fine. But it's up to us to speak up and not just, step over people without housing or drug addicts or people with mental illness. Go home, turn your TV and be like, oh, this is disgusting outside. I don't think that's who we should be.
How far are you willing to take that sentiment? I have tried to shame you into running for something. I know other people have tried to as well.
I'm considering running for city council. I know that we have election this year, and I have been thinking about it, and I have been really, really struggling with that decision, because I know that if I put my hands and heart and soul into something, it's going to be I will put everything I got. And always we come in as a female, as an immigrant, as a business owner, we have all those insecurities to, am I qualified? Am I qualified to run? But then I look at some other city councils we have, I'm like, well, if they're qualified, I should be qualified, but I'm not a career politician, and that's kind of throws me off. I'm more after making downtown better, making downtown safe, having it all inclusive and taking care of people. So I am considering running for position 7, but I'm also wishing that somebody who is a seasoned politician who know how to do policies probably could do better job if they would just care more about business community, especially when his district is in the business community.